and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Sunday. And you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that KG outlaw to the north, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases here, and I got a fun FedEx story in my podcast this week. Check that one out, Todd McFarlane. You'll like that one especially. But a lot going on here in weekly purchases. Got a couple of rounds on the back half. Got the mail girl Angie in here as well. Playing all the hits this week on weekly purchases. But we got some housekeeping to get to before we get too deep into it. Got to thank the sponsor of the channel, Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. You'll see a lot of Jay's stuff later in the haul this week. A lot of Marvel this week. It's a marvelous time if you're a Marvel Legends fan. Also, you want to check out Patreon this week. We got Patreon videos, early access over there, all kinds of stuff. Early edition of the podcast this week as well. You name it, Patreon the place to be. But this month's giveaway, it's Papa Shango Ultimate Warrior 2-pack. Giving that away to somebody over there. You can even be a free member of the Patreon, Todd McFarlane. Check it out. You can also be a YouTube channel member if that is more your speed. Mention the podcast, episode 68, up right now on Patreon. It will be up Tuesday for everybody else there. An interesting week as we recap a little bit of the 4th of July week around these parts. Went to a concert down in Kansas City. Had a big tree fall down in our yard. It was a whole thing. So save all that for the podcast. Check that one out. But we did have a lot of fun programming around the 4th of July. I know not everybody was around YouTube watching videos and stuff. But we had the toy news. We had the weekly purchases. All that kind of fun stuff we usually do around these parts. But we also did a special video of my dog, Lemmy. A lot of people love the Lemmy clips in my toy hunting videos. So I did a action-packed Lemmy playing fetch. And he lives for a game of fetch and for a day at the pool. So I put that one together. And speaking of pool, the other video on 4th of July last week, if you missed it, was the 1-year anniversary of my wife from the pool. One of the funniest gags, I think, ever around here. It's just one of those things that have taken on its life of its own through the comment sections and stuff. And it's all in good fun, as we do know. But we did a 1-year anniversary of that where Angie came from the pool again in the same outfit. And we reminisced about what's changed since she did that and talk about that a little bit. So check out those videos, special 4th of July videos on the channel as well. We also did a patriotic top 10 video countdown of wrestling action figures in their patriotic gear, all that kind of fun stuff. So a lot of going on the channel, as you guys know, all kinds of videos, 4 videos every single day for about 5+ years at this point. We'll see how long we can keep that up, but make sure you subscribe to both my YouTube channels for all the content. There's a lot of content. Let me tell you, there's a lot of content to come, and I got to get a little bit ahead here at the end of the month of July. The last week of July, I will be in St. Louis for a few days. I have a big meeting and a presentation down there. But one of the nights there, I am going to the Cardinals and Cubs. I'll be living the sweet life of Zach and Cody in the suites up there as we're a sponsor of the Cardinals. So I will be down there. At least I'll catch a game and all of that kind of fun stuff. So more on that here. And I'm hoping I'll have maybe one day or maybe one morning, depending on how it goes, to do a little bit of figure hunting. So hopefully I can hit some Walmart's, Targets, but hopefully a local shop down there or so. It's been a while since I've toy hunted in St. Louis. Hopefully I get a chance to do that. We'll see what happens. Then on the heels of that, you got WrestleCon up there in Minnesota. I'm still on the fence. I'd like to go to WrestleCon at least one day. I'm not sure if I need to go to SummerSlam or not. I'd like to, but with those prices in this economy, Todd McFarlane, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening there, but I'm not opposed to going to SummerSlam. We'll see what ends up happening on that. Much more to come here in the near future. But besides that, that's it. It's time to get down to the mail girl. It's time for Angie to come in. It's time for the question of the week. All right, it's time for question of the week. That means only one thing. The mail girl is here, Angie. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Angie. And hopefully that mic can reach up there.
Hello.
Angie, you remember what Real Big Fish said once upon a time?
What is it? Ban the tube top.
Ban the tube top.
You don't
That's
ban
what
it.
they
Yeah,
said.
you do ban it. You just pull it down.
Pull it down.
To get this thing out of here.
Whip it out. And
I was
Angie,
just like,
what?
I was trying to like slide down so I look naked.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And Angie, I posted pictures promoting this week's episode of the podcast, and people are a little bit out there about your feet.
Oh, I was gonna say about my boobs. That
No,
bad.
they don't care about that. Of course, Angie, you did welcome the summer last week, and that was what it was. But
I did end the video putting my foot in. I forgot that.
And I didn't think so. I thought it was just funny. I wasn't thinking, oh, here's foot fetish people. And then people take a test. Kyle, I thought this was an action figure channel. I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys know I do dog stuff. I do action figure hunts. I do news. I do business hats.
Get so offended.
I do a podcast. What are we doing here? Come on. This is a whole life channel is what this one is right here. But there's a lot going on. But it's funny how people got all worked up about your feet when I was just saying Angie was just be a joke and it was a nice picture.
Well, he always says, like, say goodbye in your own special way. And so I put my toes up and, like, wiggled them like
which is funny. And then, like, all the foot fetish people are going to be out in droves. And I'm like, you know what? I keep forgetting about that. But if anybody knows how to do that, Angie will gladly accept money if somebody wants pictures of her feet. Won't you? I'm going to speak
walk
for
around
you.
picking up your little wrestlers off the floor with my toes.
She could. She's
Make
got
a whole
those
page.
like those monkey feet is what she has. But I can tell you right now, Angie will gladly send you some feet pics for some money. There's no doubt about it,
Venmo
Angie.
me.
I can speak for Angie right now. You want to pay her $20 for a picture of her or her feet? She'll do it all day long.
I'll put them in some pudding.
All day long. We need to look into that. If there's some real money to be made on that, if that could like pay the car payment or something, we're all in.
Would you eat some whipped cream off my toe?
Whatever. I'll do it. I'll do it. But how wild would it be if like I'm slaving away at my job every single day, just grinding. And then Angie like does, before I go to bed, I'm going to take a couple of pictures of my feet for 5 minutes. And then she makes more money than I do doing that. That would be so defeating for me.
I could get paid to get pedicures. That's amazing.
Angie's like, I got to go. I've got a job too. I got to get my daily pedicure. I do it every single day. I want these really good.
I'm like a model. Like, I have to go get my feet done.
It is wild, but there's somebody offended about everything. They're offended by these. They're offended by the shoes or the feet or lack of feet and lack of shoes, whatever it may be. So,
oh my God, why would I have shoes on in my own house?
I don't know. So, Angie, what else you got? Anything else to talk about?
No.
What's your plans for this evening? Anything?
Eat.
There it is. That's all we're doing. We're eating.
Target, Walmart, eat.
Target, Walmart, eat. That means I'm going to do some toy hunting, I guess, apparently. We got some stuff to take back to Walmart, too, so we can get some money back. Oh, that's always fun. All right, Angie, enough jibba jabba. It's time to get down to the question of the week. And Angie already said it's too long. My eyes hurt. And just be honest, you can't read.
I was out in the sun and I'm seeing spots.
Out in the sun. It must be nice. I'm slaving away doing videos all day. You're out just living the life.
This ring light's getting me.
This comes to us from MickMo4700. Question of the week. Hi, Kyle, over here in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Angie, you knew that? Of course. Angie, they call her the Belfast Bruiser in some parts. The G.I. Joe cartoon wasn't televised. It was the comic books that filled out the universe. I especially love Special Missions with its men on mission issues.
See, this is why I couldn't read this one.
Men on a mission, like a young Mo and Mabel. Where was I? So my question is, if young Kyle had to assemble 6-man team of backyard heroes for a Cobra beatdown, who's making the cut? I think I know who the team leader would be. So 6 Joes in my ultimate playing day. Man, that's that might be easy, might be tough. Let me think. Flint, obviously number 1. So I got 5 more. I got 5 more to pick from. Shipwreck was always hanging around. I always loved a little shipwreck action. Roadblock was usually in the mix as well. Heavy Gunner, you got to have him. A proud member of the Tiger Force, as we do know. I did like General Hawk a whole lot. So I would have General Hawk around a lot. So I got 2 more to go from there. Another sleeper one that I always on the team. It was like taking different specialties is what I would do. But I would always like to bring Shockwave in there, of course. He was a great Joe, of course, in that kind of urban camo. I always loved him. Ooh, and then that final piece, who would I get, Angie?
What?
I already mentioned Flint. He's not even listening. I'm lucky you were counting along. So for that last one, I would have to say I'm either going to go Beachhead or Dial Tone or Sergeant Slaughter. Oh my gosh, it's tough. I think I'm going to go. I'm between Beachhead and Dial Tone. I think we got enough leadership on this team. I think Beachhead might get in the way. So I'm going to go Dial Tone. You need a guy to phone home if you need to. You need a guy that's there. I wouldn't get a Lifeline like there. That's just absolutely ridiculous to have Lifeline. Don't even get me started on Duke. There's no reason for him to even be on the battlefield. Useless. But that would be my team. That's a heavy hitter team. A little bit of a hodgepodge, much like the A-team, maybe you could say. But that would be an all-timer of a team. I always love it. I always had Shipwreck around. Flint and Roadblock was always a good threesome right there. I don't know. I don't know. But now, Angie, I guess turn it to you. Who's your 6 Joes you would have on your team?
I can't even name 6.
Can you name, besides Flint and Duke and anybody I named, can you name anybody from Cobra or G.I. Joe? No, you couldn't. Cobra Commander, she couldn't even pull that one out.
No,
She couldn't. She knows nothing. So
is there a girl?
there's plenty. There's tons. There's tons.
I keep thinking of people from He-Man.
Scarlet, CoverGirl, Jinx, Lady J, Baroness.
Lady
I mean,
J,
it goes
I
on.
could've done that
It goes on for days. We can go all day.
All
but
day.
We won't. But
I couldn't go all day.
Yeah, so there it is. Oh, you could go all night, but not all day. That's for sure. But there it is, Angie. That is the question of the week. Anything else to talk about?
No.
Short and sweet this week?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way Angie wants it. She's going to go back out in the sun and be blind. You know, the problem is, Angie, when you go out in the sun, it's fine to sunbathe. I recommend sunscreen. Did I tell you I got skin cancer and they had to carve up my face here and I'm forever just scarred?
That's so crazy.
It hurts. It hurts. But Angie doesn't care. She's going to still do all this stuff. But a little sunscreen wouldn't hurt because I'll have to pay that sunscreen bill for when you get the skin cancer. Hopefully you get a big old gnarly scar all the way down and then that'll teach you. That'll teach you. But Angie, when you go out there and sunbathe, that's fine. It's one of those things. But I think it's a little extreme where you always get that big silver like tinfoil and you put that on there and you get it like directing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing you do that is really weird on sunbathing that I wouldn't do. That move, that's true. That is one. I don't know if I do that when the neighbors are watching, especially when the kids are there. But when you look in the sun, you stare directly at the sun as you sunbathe. You should have sunglasses on. You shouldn't. I recommend not staring directly to the sun.
I don't want to close my eyes.
That's why your eyes are so messed up because you're just like this. You're just staring at the sun. You're
those
like,
lids are just getting thin.
you said, if I could just stare at the sun, it'll tan my eyes. You've always wanted that white out of your eyes. You want to get that
I feel
tan.
like I'm staring into the sun right now.
Yeah, you're staring into the sun of the sun, of course. But there it is, Angie. A little summertime. You always hit my hand. I always give you this. I'm going to do one of these. And she's like, you got to go for a high five. High five out there. What if I went like this? What would you do? You'd dab me
I just
up.
never want to leave you hanging.
No. Yeah, you do too often. So there it is, Angie. That is the question of the week. You want to be the question of the week? Put it in the comments of this very YouTube video or be a wild card. Email TheKylePetersonShow@gmail.com and we'll be back for the question of the week next week. And of course, Kyle Peterson Show podcast. Check it out wherever podcasts are found. If the microphones work or not. Oh my gosh, that's a whole
Last
nother
week I
thing.
had 2 microphones and you had 0.
Yeah. We've had microphone problems lately, and then it's like we film all this. You film for an hour. It's like we're not going to redo it. So hopefully everybody can hear us. But yeah, last week in Weekly Purchases, Angie was wearing 2 microphones. Luckily, I speak really loud, so it kind of picked up. We'll see if we can get any microphone action out of this one here because it's so far down there. It's so far down. So there it is. Once again, that's the week.
What are you saying? They get a little saggy.
They're sagging down to your knees. What's going on? Holy cow. Unbelievable. You need one of those
Need an
backpack
upgrade.
straps. There you go. But there it is, Angie. That is the question of the week. If you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below. But now, Angie, it's time for the weekly purchases. All right, it's time for weekly purchases. We got 2 big rounds of weekly purchases this week and some big time pickups. Let's dive into it. Let's start with the biggest box first. How about? You know me, I love a big box. Not like a tight box personally, but we do got the Battle for Eternia. I already unboxed this on the channel. Check out the review if you missed it. A very fun play set. I gotta say, this core line has been a lot funner than I ever would have anticipated. I did enjoy this for what it is. I know there's some people out there, it should have this, it should have that. You also got to remember the demographics this one goes for. And Todd, we're all kids at heart sometimes. Sometimes. We got this through the door this week. Also, that long game finally paid off. I don't know why I want this, but I did want this. And I finally got it for $12 on deep clearance at our friends over there at Target. It is The Simpsons. It is Moe's phone. So we got different sayings, all this kind of stuff. You've probably seen it at your Target. $12. I couldn't pass up Moe's phone for $12. Pick this bad boy up. I can call Todd now any time of day. I can call him right from this phone here. Hits keep on coming over there at jaystoysandgames.com. Got Taurus and Red Dog Taurus. Yeah, whatever. I already unboxed this on the channel, though. You know I can't wait for the Joes. Got this through the door this week. They do have them available at Jay's Toys and Games. Use code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And the hits keep on coming. I went over onto Whatnot, and you're going to hear more about me and Whatnot very, very soon. It might even surprise you. You could say that I'm this generation's Billy Mays in a lot of ways. Billy Mays, of course, the pitchman himself. But much more on that in the future. I think we'll have a lot of fun over there on Whatnot. Stay tuned. I don't know when I can officially announce everything next couple of weeks. little Easter egg for the hardcore real ones out there. But I did go onto Whatnot, and I have a ton of credit at Whatnot. Now, you go into the link in the description of these videos. There's my Whatnot code. You sign up. I think you get like $25 if you buy something or something like that. And then I get like $5. I don't know how it goes. But if you've never joined Whatnot, now is the time. You're going to want to get it here in a couple of weeks. But I did have some codes in there, some coupon codes or whatever they called them. So I ended up getting this for $15 on Whatnot after using my credit. Now, I got to be honest, I don't have a ton of time to just go through all these streams. If I had more time, it'd be something I'd definitely invest into. But I went into one and I said, well, I'm going to pick this one up. Good friend of the channel, Mike Canick, had his stream going on. And I got this guy for under book value. So there's some deals out there on Whatnot. And I got a second Arn Anderson because I just kind of wanted to use up those credits. I was worried they'd expire. So we'll see. I might even give this away on the channel. So we'll see what ends up happening there. So more to come. Now, I did get something else brand new this week. Brand new Motorhead. I'm into Motorhead. You guys know that by now if you've watched this channel for any time. But I still collect physical media for a few bands. There's an early video on the channel 5+ years ago where I walked through my entire CD collection and I sold all 11,000 of those CDs except for a few key bands for me, Motorhead being one of those. And they got the re-released, remastered bonus edition of Kiss of Death right here. I'm here for that, of course. Any Motorhead's good Motorhead, if you ask me. And some of these underrated 90s sleeper albums that people forget about, and even to the 2000s as well. So I picked that one up, available right now. And last thing we have for round number one is possibly, no, there's no possibly, Todd, the greatest gift I've gotten this entire year. Who knows, maybe ever at this point. As good friend of the channel, Tim Lando Merritt did send me something extra special in the mail as a birthday present. Definitely did not have to do this, but he sent me something amazing, which I can't wait to unbox on the channel. Hairy bipedal creature alert, folks. It is Hot Toys, Chewbacca C-3PO. Unbelievable gift from Tim Merritt. Very generous, very kind of him to do that. He knows I love a hairy bipedal creature, and Tim's been here on the channel basically since day number one. Extremely generous of him to buy this for me here. It has definitely went to a good home. Cannot wait to dive into this one on the channel. Stay tuned for that unboxing in the next week or so as well. But that is round number one of weekly purchases. Time for round number two. Whoa, 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 stop the clock. I just finished up weekly purchases. Get a knock at the door. What do I got? Two more things through the mail. First off, from Grapplers and Gimmicks and Hastel Toys, got that beautiful G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter, playing a lot of hits here for me. Absolutely love the idea of this one. Very, very cool, so we'll check that out. And then, last but not least, Harley Quinn. Forgot all about this one. Todd finally coming in, the Collector's Cub edition. I love that the Joker is deep behind her there. It almost reminds me of that Orko figure from Masters Universe Classics that had Prince Adam laying down at the bottom as an accessory. Kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. But Harley Quinn looking very good right here. Forgot all about this one. 12 and up, level 4 edition. And I forgot all the levels by now. But there's a little whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the clock. All right, time for round number two. And very Marvel Legend heavy in round number two, as I did pick all these Marvel Legends up over there at Jay's Toys and Games. Check them out, of course. You guys know the drill by now, but it got the latest box wave. It's coming up box this time. You got Outback Psylocke through the door this week. Lady Deadpool. Now, this one sold out almost immediately. They do have a lot more of her coming in, I believe, next week. So if you're after Lady Deadpool, head over there next week. Save yourself 15%. Got to get the deal out there. You know by now. Chrome won't get you home, nor will Ghost Rider. We got Ghost Rider there. We got Marina. I always want to call her Marinara, but we got Marina right here, of course, from Alpha Flight. We got the Dark Avengers Hawkeye through the door. And we got the Ultimate Wolverine. You can't have a Build-A-Figure wave without a Wolverine, can you? Well, they have before, but there you go. You got Wolverine through the door, and the hits keep on coming. Spider-Man, Brand New Day. We got Spider-Man, part of the movie there. Going to go good with that Punisher figure, which we got right here. One Last Kill edition. We already unboxed this on the channel. Check out the review if you missed it. But that Punisher can go with the Brand New Day stuff because apparently from the trailer, he's in the movie. Can't wait to check that one out. And speaking Brand New Day, how about a little Hulk? A little Hulk action through the door. It's coming up Hulk as of late. We got that one there. And then one I could not wait to unbox. Professor Hulk. I've been wanting this for a long, long time. Could have been better, yes, but man, it's playing a lot of hits, there's no doubt. So I did unbox that on the channel. Check out that review right now. Oops, and I forgot one. We're going to ForceWorks. We're going to US Agent. And a lot of people hate this look. This is very nostalgic for me. This was in the height of me reading comic books and going to the comic book store. This is what I remember US Agent like. And I remember at a time saying the US Agent that was more like the inverted Captain America colors. I was like, that's a weird version. This is US Agent. Obviously, I like the other version better, but this one is still very nostalgic for me. Reminds me of the old Marvel Action Hour once upon a time. Hits keep on coming. Dare I say they get nasty through the door this week. Orange Card Nasty Boys. Got that through the door. Also got the regular edition through the door as well. Nasty as They Want to Be from Epic Toys. That's where I got those from. How about a little Masters Universe? We've had a lot of Masters Universe as of late. Origins Trap Jaw. Got my Walmart pre-order in on that one. So we'll unbox that on the channel very soon. And then I pulled the trigger, and you'll see the toy hunt video on the channel in the next couple of weeks or whatever. I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. And then I had to buy something else. I said, I might as well just buy it. A fool and his money. You know what they say about that. On clearance, $23, Supergirl. Haven't even seen the movie. Apparently it's terrible, but I've unboxed the other two, and in my collector brain, I said, I got to get the third one. I got to complete the trilogy. So I got that. $23 though. That's much better than $35. And then last but not least, I got some help out there. It takes some help every once in a while. A good friend of the channel, Comics, he did find this and he said, hey, you want to buy this one? And he sold to me for cost plus retail. A lot of shenanigans with UPS on this one here, but it did come through the door. It is Miss Martian Red Platinum from McFarlane Toys. So I got the Miss Martian through the door this week as well. And that rounds out this week's weekly purchases. A big, big week. A lot of stuff to work on this weekend, but what did you pick up this week? What did you get delivered? What did you find out in stores? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this very YouTube channel. You know we got content each and every single day, and there's even more if you subscribe to my second YouTube channel. Check that out if you haven't already. Getting dangerously close to 10,000 subscribers on that second channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? We'll have a big giveaway when that time does come. Same thing on this YouTube channel. When we hit 60,000 subscribers, we'll do a big giveaway as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and tell a friend or something like that along the way. Get on the phone. You go on the intercom at a grocery store. I believe it is you hit 70 and you can get on the intercom, and then just tell everybody in the store. That's what I would do. Maybe I'll do that tonight, Todd McFarlane. We'll see what happens. But I do appreciate the support out there. Make sure you're following along. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships for even more content. Your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Each and every Tuesday, my wife Angie and I break it all down wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. Check it out if you have not already. And while you're here, check out my books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And now you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?